Exploring the past. Irregular verbs in past continuous tense. Hello learners! Welcome back to our comprehensive series on the use of verbs in English. Today, we're going to dive into a fascinating and sometimes tricky area: irregular verbs in the past continuous tense. Understanding this concept will greatly enhance your fluency and allow you to express past events with more variety and depth. Irregular verbs, as their name implies, don't follow the standard rules of verb conjugation. With regular verbs, we simply add ed or d to form the past tense. For example, walk becomes walked. However, irregular verbs change in unique ways. For example, go becomes went in the past tense, not goed. There are many irregular verbs in English, and unfortunately, there are no strict rules to predict their changes. The best approach is to learn and practice them regularly. Before we combine these two concepts, let's make sure we're clear on what the past continuous tense is. This tense is used to describe an ongoing action that was happening at a specific moment in the past. The formula is was, were, plus present participle, verb ing. For example, I was reading a book. Now, you might wonder, how do irregular verbs fit into this formula, since it seems to involve the present participle? The answer lies in the very nature of the continuous tenses. They always use the present participle, which does not change even for irregular verbs. So how do irregular verbs fit into the past continuous tense? Well, the irregularity of these verbs doesn't affect their usage in this tense. Remember, even though the base form of the verb might change in the past simple, e.g., go to went, the present participle stays the same. In other words, irregular verbs behave just like regular verbs in the past continuous tense. To use an irregular verb in the past continuous tense, you simply take the base form of the verb, add ing, to make the present participle, and place it after was or were. Here are some examples. I was going to the store when you called. Not, I was wenting. She was seeing a movie at that time. Not, she was sawing. It's common for English learners to try to use the past simple form of irregular verbs when forming the past continuous. Always remember, regardless of whether the verb is regular or irregular, you always use the present participle form in the continuous tenses. So, never say, I was knowing. Rather say, I was knowing. Or, they were running. Not, they were runned. That wraps up our discussion on irregular verbs in the past continuous tense. Just remember that despite their irregularities in the past simple, these verbs fall in line when it comes to the past continuous tense. Keep practicing, and soon, this concept will become second nature. As always, happy learning and see you in the next video.